Hello and good morning. Welcome to Communicators and Collaborators Week. This week, you are going to be very fortunate. Either you are starring in the show of Shrek, or you are getting to watch the Year 8s collaborate and communicate beautifully with you. Now, today I have a man who is a fantastic communicator and collaborator. He's going to talk to us a little bit more about these things. Can I welcome Mr. Pye?
Good morning.
Now, Mr. Pye, I have been told that you are a polyglot. At first, I thought people were being rude, but now I realise they were talking about your amazing communication skills. Could you explain what they meant?
Well, the word polyglot comes from the Greek and it means many tongues, and it simply is used to refer to somebody who speaks several languages.
Wow. So, how come you came to speak so many languages? And what languages can you speak?
Well, I've always been interested in the idea of speaking in other languages since I was very young, but it wasn't until I was much older, till I was at college, when I started to learn Spanish properly. Then I did A-levels in Spanish and Italian. When I went to university, I learned Portuguese. Before I became a teacher, I had to learn French. And then when I moved to China, I started learning Chinese.
Wow, that is an impressive amount of languages. Can I ask, how has this been useful to you in life?
Well, speaking other languages is a fantastic opportunity, a true window to the world, to experiencing other places, other people, other cultures. I've used my Spanish traveling around Spain, Mexico, Venezuela. I used Italian to arrange my wedding in Sicily. And obviously living in China, speaking Chinese was incredibly useful in terms of from everything to traveling around, to eating out in restaurants, to making new friends.
It's fantastic. What about our students? How can being a communicator and collaborator be useful to our students?
Well, I think it's incredibly important to be a good communicator and collaborator because we all have different strengths and different skills. So whilst one person might be an expert at one thing, your friend might be better at others. That means that when we need to collaborate on big projects, it's much better if we can work as a team effectively, and we need to communicate really well to do that. A good example of this would have been the productions that we've seen this week. You've got small groups of students working with large groups to produce something, truly impressive.
I couldn't agree more. What tips, Mr. Pye, do you have for the students here at RST to help improve their communication and collaboration skills?
Well, that's a very good question. I think one of the most important things that we need to do to communicate effectively is to be really good listeners. Think about what it is that the other person you're talking to is trying to say to you. Make sure that you clarify with them that you understand what they mean. It's only when we understand each other that we can really move forward together.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Pye. Thank you for coming to our Communicators and Collaborators Learner Profile News Bulletin. Good luck to Year 8 with their performances this week. Enjoy being an audience, and wherever possible, try and communicate and collaborate to the best of your abilities. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.